Hi guys, good afternoon. Hope you're staying safe. I know, I hope you guys are staying safe. I really want to be out here doing live signings in person, and it just didn't quite happen that way. So, hi guys. I know there's a way to pin your post, and literally have no idea how. So if you guys haven't got your signed copy, you can go to the link on this live to get your signed copy, and I will still sign it for you guys. And yeah, hold on. I got all this going on right now. I think that I did it. And comment. Yay! I think I'm ready. Okay. Hi, guys. So I have you guys' questions. You guys can also ask me questions, and I will answer them. Thank you, Marissa. How is everyone today? I know we're all, thank you, Paige. We're all trying to stay safe and well during this time. Hopefully you guys can see me over there. So I received a lot of your questions, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for just supporting me and my journey this entire time. Shout out to my hubby Abel. Hi, Vanessa. So yeah, and I'm really excited that I could make this possible for each and every single one of you guys. I didn't think I was going to be able to do signings, and last minute we were like, we got this. We can do this. So I read the first couple chapters today. I love it. Thank you for sharing your story. Of course, Michaela. Hi. So I'm going to answer you guys' questions now. First question I have is from Ashley, and it is, what are you and the girls doing to stay safe and busy during quarantine? We have a list of things that we've been doing. So we love to dance all the time. We are the dancing queens, just saying. We love to dance. Addie definitely loves to dance. She's in dance classes, but we've been outside. We went on hikes. We've played a lot of board games. I literally said when this all first started, I was like, I'm going home to hibernate, and that's where I'll stay, and we'll be playing board games. Just because it's all been scary, but we've watched movies. We've just stayed as active as much as we possibly can the entire time. Thank you, Susie. This entire time. So the first signature is for Ashley. Leah, I'm watching. I love you guys so much. And then the next question's from Keely Kaiser from West Virginia. Let's go, WV. What is your latest goal in life at the moment? I would say just this goal. I'm always creating goals. Started writing more because I know this book leaves off. I just honestly, every single day, I don't ever know what's going to come my way. So I am working in the moment, working with my girls, living in the moment, working with my girls, and really whatever is meant to happen for my life is meant to happen, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So yeah, I definitely want to get into a few things. So yeah, I don't know. There's a few things that I have in mind. Just thank you, Bella. So this is for Nicolette. This is my first signing, so bear with me, and it's virtually. So I have just created possibilities in making this happen for you guys. And okay, here's a good one from Kristen. How did you handle the terrible 2s and 3s with twins? Those tantrums, those were the days. That's all I can say. I keep forgetting I'm going live over here as well. But yeah, and I'm filming from TV. I have twins who turned 2 soon, and it's been stressful. Terrible 2s. Honestly, I feel like just keeping them as active as you possibly can is super important. And communicating with them, allowing them to express how they're feeling. 2 and 3 years old, they have all of these emotions coming up, and they don't really know how to express them. So as their parent, it's just I feel like it's our responsibility to make sure that we are allowing them to express those emotions, feelings, and communicating with them. See all of these comments coming in, and I'm like trying to read them. But I think it's also important, Kirsten, for you to take time out for yourself. When you need some downtime, some alone time, and whether that's meditating, whether that's reading a book, read a book, whatever that may be, just make sure you're good. And what is some Kristen? You guys hear the girls down there at their play. And then Kelsey, how are things now that you have a new level of clarity? As you can see, when it's working on the inside, it literally reflects on the outside. So every single day, I meditate. I make sure that I'm in a place where I feel good in my life. Everything's great though. Thank you for that question, because even through all the adversity that I've overcome in my life, I still, there's days that there's some up and downs, and I honestly just make the best of it, no matter what. I'm always positive. MTV's like, what's wrong with her? She's so positive. I think it is what it is. So this is for Kelsey. Thank you, Kristen. Oh, hi, Mark and Tony. And then Michelle, have you ever been to Canada? If so, where? I have not been to Canada, but I do want to go to Canada. My manager, Lindsay Riley, she's actually from there, and she's like, you have to go to I forget where in Canada, but I definitely want to go. And I want to go to Alaska. Yeah, that was a good question. I'm just signing as I'm going. Hi from Scotland. Oh, Scotland. Hi from London. And then Linda, congratulations. Your girls are the cutest. Love following you. Thank you so much. So much love to you guys. So much love. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. And then Wendy, would you ever get married again or have any more children? I would probably get married again. I don't know. Listen, I'm so rolling in the moment that it's like, if the right guy appears, he appears. Great. If not, I am perfectly okay with my girl gang. You know what I mean? That's just how I'm feeling. Kids, I really don't know. Again, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. But as of right now, I'm focused on, where I want to go in life and just being the best mom that I possibly can be. I want to grow every single day, and kids really aren't I'm not thinking about that right now. It's not even a thought that crosses my mind. I think the 3 that I have is enough. And I'm doing everything I can to make sure that they live a successful life. seriously was so excited when you like that post on TikTok the other day. I try to like everyone's post. I try to comment, like, as much as I possibly can. I get a lot, so I'm not going to get to every single one of them, but I'm trying, guys. Even going live. I've been trying to do these lives way more frequently than I did before. So this is fun, though. I'm a girl mom, too. You're just so awesome. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. I don't think you all are amazing. Every one of you. I do stay in touch with the other moms. This one's from Rifa, Oak Lawn, Illinois. How much would you say that growing up in West Virginia impacted your life? Do you think that things may have been different for you had you grown up elsewhere? That is a good question. So I love West Virginia. But I do think there are more opportunities out, in other places. And I think that, or other states. And I think that West Virginia gets to bring those opportunities here for, communities that we have here. I think there's a lot of kids that are struggling with parents that are addicted to medication or addicted to drugs, and then they end up in the system and then they're being abused. Like, just different. I think we get to do better here in West Virginia. However, I love it. It's a beautiful state. If you want to hike, if you want to travel, this is a place if you want to see mountains, trust me, it's beautiful. It's beautiful here. As you can see, I've posted a lot of photos on my Instagram and Facebook, and all of that's in my backyard, but it's gorgeous. Thank you, Michelle. But I definitely think I would have had, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if, I think I was meant to grow up here in West Virginia. I think that I was meant to face the adversity that I did, because I don't think I would be the person that I am today without that. So it's all good. And as I'm saying it, I need to stop talking and sign, right, guys? Okay, Nicole. I can't wait till you guys get these, by the way. So excited. What was the biggest struggle of being a teen mom? And this is Nicole from Lakeland, Georgia. I think not having the resources and the tools that, or the education that I should have had. I waited to have children and not had them so young. So I wasn't ready to be a mom. I wasn't ready to be responsible for another human being and teach them all the things that they needed to, or they got to learn in life. So I've been, of course, doing way better at that and just doing my own research. I didn't have the best childhood. My mom didn't have the best childhood. And it's a cycle that continues itself. And I truly want to see better for my kids and other kids worldwide. So I think I think that was the hardest thing, not being ready to be responsible for another child or any child. And then I had two, and that was the hardest thing. Thank you, Nicole. That was a really good question. And then, also, you guys, if you are, let me look at if you want a signed copy or to ask me any questions that you have, you can go to the, oh my God, I don't want to tell you guys wrong. I apologize. Oh, I don't have it on here. You can go to, it's on my Instagram, but it's premiercollectibles.com/Leah. That's where you can go. I'm looking at you guys' questions. There's so much going on all at once. And okay, Christina from Wilmington, Ohio. What was your biggest hurdle to overcome while writing this book? Honestly, it was all a healing process for me. So I got to just honestly go back and connect with things that were an obstacle for me in my life, and close out on the chapters. even though, I mean, I can still reflect and feel the hurt, feel the pain, feel the emotions, but I don't allow it to like take over my life. You know, I don't feed into that victim mentality and my life's not good enough. No, it's only as good as we make it. So I think that was the hardest part, just reconnecting with literally some of the hardest times of my life. Thank you, Christina from Wilmington, Ohio. That was a really good question as well. All of these questions are so good. I remember when I used to be terrified to even answer a question or go live, I was like terrified, and now I'm like, ah! I love talking to you guys. This is from Rifa Oakland. How much? Okay, no, I already did that one. My bad. Nicole, what was? No, I already did that one. Hold on. Stephanie from Sarah's, California. I'm not great at geography. What is the best memory of your entire life? Maybe it's in your book. Guys, I don't even, the best memory, the best memory of my entire life, if I could go back, it would be the birth of my kids. Like, they are my life. They're my reason, like hope, grace, faith. When I was in the darkest moments of my life, they inspired me. So I would just say the birth of them. I love it so much. So that was a good question too, Stephanie. Oh my goodness, what's going on over here? Okay, Aurora from Covina, California. Why did you decide to write a book? Thank you for being honest. So when I went to Arizona to the treatment facility there, I just skip around. Okay. That's when I started writing. Writing became like a thing for me, just putting my feelings on paper. And that's when I kind of started talking to my management, was like, I think that I want to write a book. And she was like, no, just keep doing your thing, keep growing, keep working on your transformation. And when it's slow, I was like, that's when that started. Whole life for that inspiration for so many others out there, knowing that they too can, if you see how much I went through as a child, and even going into being a teen mom, a young mom, and I think it's just inspiring for so many others out here that may be faced with adversity too. We're all faced with adversity. Without the adversity, there's not a victory. So that was also a good question. And then Shelby from New York, what kind of advice could you offer to women who are too embarrassed to seek help about their declining mental health? That's where you get to own your voice. That's where you get to own your voice and not care what anyone thinks, anyone has to say. Because that's your truth, that's your life, and we only have one life. We have one life. If something would happen to us tomorrow, what? Like, no, like that's not. I want to leave behind a legacy for my kids where they can succeed in life, So I would just say, speak up and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to speak up if you're struggling with mental health, or you're having a hard time. Speak up. There are so many resources out here for you, and you have nothing to be ashamed of. And that's exactly why I wrote my book, because you're not alone, ever. So thank you, Shelby, for asking that question. And I just want to say, don't feel alone. Don't be afraid to speak up. Mental health it happens. We all struggle. There's a lot of us that struggle with mental health. And I think it's time that, of course, as women, like we stand up and we say, like, I'm not gonna live my life like this anymore, because you don't have to live your life like that. And reach out to me. However, I tried to answer the messages on Instagram also. I love you guys. And I love you, Shelby. Jasmine, what made you decide to write a book? I just answered that when I went to Arizona. I just started writing on like just everything that happened and things that I went through. And I truly wanted to be the inspiration for all of you to not feel alone. And you get to speak up, even with mental health. Like if you're dealing with anxiety, depression, addiction, whatever it may be, know that there are resources out here for you and you can overcome it. I mean, being addicted to the pain medication was the hardest thing I've ever, like that was I couldn't have done it alone. I honestly could not have did it alone. And I'm so grateful for the support system that I had, even though it wasn't much, it was enough. It was enough for me to see, you know, I needed the help, and that was okay. And I don't have to be ashamed of that. I don't have to be ashamed. And neither do you. Aaron from Mount Nebo, West Virginia. WV in the house again. Do you see yourself living in West Virginia forever? I don't know, guys. I have no idea what's in store for my life and where I will go from here, but I know that I'm up to things, and I just want to continue to be that inspiration. I don't know if I'll stay here in West Virginia. I may. I'll always have a house here in West Virginia. I don't know who I'm kidding. I will always, West Virginia will always be home. It's where I'm from, you know? So that was it. And Mount Nebo is near where my dad is from. He's from Mingo County, actually. I hope you guys love the little exos that I leave on your books when you get signed copies. And again, you guys can go to link premiercollectibles.com/Leah to get your signed copies, and I will answer all of your questions. Thank you, Anna. I really like doing this too. Ashley from Medbury, New Hampshire. How has learning about Allie's medical condition been with all three girls growing up? Have your other two girls been more understanding in what is happening? I think the whole, like with Allie having muscular dystrophy and it being so rare, it's 1 in 1 million, and I talk a lot about that in my book too. Just like she is the research. So as she grows, we're learning more about her type of muscular dystrophy, and I think the unknown and being okay with the unknown was the hardest part for me to accept. You know, I can't speak for her dad, but that was it for me. But I also know that it doesn't matter what obstacles she faces. That's my hope. And you know, she's amazing. She's sweet. She's determined. Nothing is ever going to stop her, ever. So, and I know that, and I'm okay with that. And as her mom, I will see to it that she reaches the stars, whatever she wants. Like whatever, we will make it happen for anyone with special needs. Candace from Winfield, Tennessee. If you could change anything, what would it be? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm happy with the way things are. And there's absolutely nothing that I want to change or could change. So, yeah. Christy from Johnston, Pennsylvania. Johnstown or Johnston, I'm not sure. Hi, guys. You can come say hi.
Hi.
How many of your friends from high school have you remained close with, if any? Yes, I have about 4. Say hi. There are 4. I don't know, Pi. I stay in contact with a lot of my friends from high school, so that's great. I love them all. I like, girl, look at that hair.
That's where I was going in the
So curly. And then Natasha, I love you.
I love you. I'm gonna go now.
Okay. Natasha from High Prairie, Alberta. I've been watching your journey since you first started on Teen Mom. How do you deal with stress and balancing home life? There's so many resources out here. We can meditate, we can read books, we can that's what works for me. That's what I do. Self-developmental classes, anything that is growth for you, anything that to where you grow. And balancing. I mean, there's still days. The other night, it was extremely difficult. The days and nights are meshing together for them. And I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? So I was definitely a little stressed. I was like, I mean, they woke up at 3 a.m. and wanted to stay up. And I was like, no, like we go to bed at 8 and we usually sleep all night. I don't know. But for that second, I had to focus on my breathing. I had to just take a deep breath, and the next morning I did some guided meditations and got back into alignment, and I was like, okay. So just finding your own balance and what works best for you. Natasha. No. Thank you guys so much for all your comments. I'm trying to read them as well. How did you start? Okay, Matthew from Massachusetts. How did you start the process of writing a book? And congratulations on the success of the book. How do you feel about opening up everything you've gone through up until this point? Also, was it hard being so open about everything and reopening old wounds? Okay, let's start with the first question. Thank you for my book. Again, you guys can go to premiercollectibles.com/Leah to get your signed copy and ask me questions. But I think the hardest part was rebuilding a healthier relationship with my mom and kind of spilling everything out to her that I had wrote in my book and things that had affected me as a childhood. But it's also, my mom still continues to work on herself and her growth, and I'm so proud of her because it's changed our entire family dynamic, and I will forever be grateful for that. And I had to get to a place where I just, my voice is worthy of being heard. And I feel like a lot of our voices we don't want to speak up. We don't want to say how we're feeling. We don't want to communicate or just connect with just humans. And for me, it was like, I get to own my story. I get to open up. I get to share with everyone that has supported my journey this far, everything. They get to see me for who I truly am. And I felt like when the show started back at 16 and pregnant, everyone had this certain viewpoint of me, I guess. And I wanted people to see me for how it truly was. So that's why, I started writing and owning my story, owning my truth, and in hopes that everyone else will do the same thing. And that's my only hope. Danielle from New Berlin, Wisconsin. What is your favorite activity to do with the girls? Dance. We love to dance. We want to dance. What's another activity? All of I love every sport that they're in. So Addie's in dance, Aaliyah's in cheerleading, and I just love being with them and seeing them be successful and doing what they love to do and supporting them. So Christina from West Bank, British Columbia. Hi. What's your favorite non-profit muscular dystrophy association? I'm going to support MDA for as long as I'm alive. Jesse, Yamba, New South Wales. How does it feel to have all your words out so you can just keep on moving forward. I don't know if you guys can see the difference in my entire life, but the joy, the happiness that I experience now every single day of my life is uncomparable. Like, it's so different. So it feels amazing. And I'm, again, grateful. Focus up and focus out. Rebecca, Downers Grove, Illinois. What is your favorite inspirational quote? Oh, okay. So I added one in my book by Helen Steiner Rice, and it says, God grant me courage and hope every day, faith to guide me along my way, and grace to accept what life gives me to do. So that was one of my favorite quotes. And there's another one. It was, God grant me, I'll post it on my Instagram for you guys to see. There was another one, and I don't remember it right off the top of my head, but I will. And then Michaela, I've always been a big fan. Will you give me life advice? Life advice, I would just say to live your best life. Like, what works best for you? I don't know what you're wanting advice on, but if you ask me maybe on Instagram, of course, I'll give you advice on whatever it is. Just say, own your truth, own your story, girl. Be unstoppable. Don't let anyone hold you back, including yourself. Timothy from Yonkers, New York. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. How did you feel when you realized you no longer had to be a yes person when I finally said no to what didn't align with my life? Before, I would say yes to everything. I was a people pleaser. And now it's like, no, if something doesn't align with my core values or what I believe in or stand for, then I get to speak up. I get to use my voice. I get to say no. There was a lot of times in my life I cut my own voice off. I cut my own truth off by not speaking out, by not speaking up, by not standing for what I believe in. So that's how that. And once you start, it's like you're unstoppable. There's no stopping. Timothy. And then Nicole, what is the best advice you could give a single mom? Don't compare. Comparison is a thief of joy. So don't compare to any other mom person out here. You're doing the best that you can, and you know how. Give yourself a break. Give yourself time to just decompose, whatever it is. Like I said, we love to meditate, read a book, like whatever it may be. Make sure that you get time too, because it's super important, even for you to give your all to your kids, you know? So that's the advice that I'd give to a single mom. Summer, Dublin, Ohio. Can't wait to get this book. Just lost my hubby in a motorcycle accident and hope to get help to cope from your book. First of all, Summer, I apologize that your husband passed away. I could not imagine. But know that everything in your life everything's rigged in our favor. So even if it's the most difficult, trying time of your life, know that you're going to overcome it. Know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I love you guys. I love you. Sarah from Jamestown, North Dakota. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to you and every other mother all the moms out here. So thank you. I'm just going to keep signing and answer questions. How did you find time to write a book with all your kids running around? Well, usually the girls go to their dads a week and then they're with me a week. So we do a week on and a week off. We did that for quite some time now. So when they do go with their dads, that's when I kind of was able to write. That's when I work. That's when I travel. That the week that they're with him. West Virginia here. What is it like being a celebrity teen mom from Misty in Ontario, California? I don't consider myself a celebrity. I consider myself a well-known person. I hope that I'm an inspiration to all young moms, all women out here. But even my kids, I'm like, we're not celebrities. We're not famous. We're just well-known. And I'm okay with that. Eva from Texas. I have no idea how to say that city. Saginaw? I don't know. Do you have a morning routine? I am not a morning person and would love to know yours. I do. I get up. Right now it's springtime, so I love to go outside on my deck and just listen to the birds and whatever the weather's like for that day. And I love coffee, so I sip on my coffee. And then I wake all of my girls up. Sometimes I will make breakfast before they wake up. And then during school, we are up at 5 a.m. though. We are up at 5 a.m. and they're at school by 6:45. That's why it's always dark when you're watching us on the show, because we wake up super early to get to school. And then that's when if they're here with me, I do up until time to get them, around 3, and yeah, unless I'm filming. Sadie from, oh my goodness, these cities. I'm about to do better in my geography here. What are some fun hobbies, interests that you are into doing, and how do you manage stress? Love you, Sadie. Some fun hobbies. I love doing stuff with my girls, of course. We love going to the Sky Zone here in West Virginia. It's in South Charleston. We love going on hikes. We love to hike. We love getting out in nature. I am a nature lover. We love the ocean, the beach. We love my feet in the sand. I just feel so amazing. I can't wait for vacation. And I just answered just managing stress. Again, I do guided meditations. I read self-developmental books. I'm always open for growing. It doesn't matter how great I'm doing in my life. There's always room for growth. So I'm always finding a balance, and we all get stressed anyway. Someone said I'm a beach person too. Oh, there's another Messer. All right, guys, and this is the last question that I have on here. What's the biggest thing you've learned as you've matured as a mom? Biggest thing I've learned. I think just trusting the process. There's a lot of things I'm learning. I'm learning, like, I've learned a new routine for my girls and how that provides structure for them and stability. So I've honestly just always been growing, whether that's researching things online, like how to be a better mom, how to be a better person, how to be a better woman. Always. I'm always, I need to stop saying like too, I already know this. I'm always open for new growth every single day. There's not a day that goes by if I'm feeling a little uneasy, a little stressed. Now I've already forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, always open for growth. Comments are distracting me. I love you guys so much. Again, I love the books. I just read this question. It's a really good. The Power of Now. So I love that book. And The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Amazing books. A couple of my 2 favorite books. I think this is all we have to do. But thank you guys so much for hopping on here. And I hope that I can do this again and maybe even do it in person. You never know. They say, I don't know when Team Mom 2 is going to start. Hoping soon, but with everything going on. And I really hope everyone is staying safe and well. I do enjoy cooking. I read that comment. And happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. I love you. Just remember you're not alone. Stay safe, stay well. There are resources out there for all of you. And know that I care. And you're amazing. So, thank you guys for joining. If you want your signed copy of Hope, Grace, and Faith, you can visit the link that I pinned on Instagram and on this live. It's premiercollectibles.com/Leah. Thank you guys so much for joining. It means everything to me. Love you.